Hello, welcome back to the channel. Before we start, I wanted to ask, would you like to see boss breakdowns of this game? If so, please leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing. Hope you're having a great day. Now into the video. So near the start of the chapter, I run into this bridge troll who thinks I stole his kid for some reason. Not a difficult fight, taking maybe 1 or 2 attempts. These 2 slashes are always followed with a 3rd overhead slam. This little jump is often followed by a distance gainer, so be careful, he'll attack if he's close enough. These 2 swipe ups are followed by a pose, and when his sword glows up, he will follow with a strike straight forward, a kick, and then 5 swings in a circle. Just keep dodging. This run forward is followed by 2 backslashes. These are some of the heavy hitters to look out for, but there are probably some more. I hope this helps you with this boss. Defeating this boss led to me unlocking the rattle drum, which would be useful somewhere else, and also something new that I'd discover in the next fight. The next boss I encountered was Geodude. Here are some moves you should look out for. When he slams his arms off the ground, you can see the yellow come up through his arms just before he brings the spikes up around itself from the ground. After defeating the Tiger's Acolyte, I unlocked his spirit, which now gave me a really strong attack, which I had been using until just recently. Now I'm in chapter 5. This dropping of the shoulder telegraphs the Pebble is going to jump and try and hit you. When he charges up like this to do a slam, he will always follow up with the floor spikes. Be careful, for a game of catch, he will always throw 2. During this fight, I was also trialing a new stance I had just unlocked through the stance skill tree. First stance. When I tell you this was a game changer, I'd be underdoing it. This was the first time I discovered how strong the attack was. Massive stun potential. Look out for when it just jumps in the air to slam back down. At some point towards the end of the fight, he will do this move where he slams his fist into the ground and sends flying enemies at you. Just keep dodging, and eventually Mount Rushmore and 2 enemies will jump in the air. This can also be dodged. Hope these tips for the Stone Vanguard help you on your run. After you defeat the Stone Vanguard, there's the Stone Mother, and I found this lizard, and it has gems, and I went, why not just give it a hit, bash bash bash, and then it started a fight, so I was like, yeah, let's go. The Mother of Stones doesn't actually move herself, but she sends minions after you, literally, only 2 at a time top. Straight after this dive roll is always followed by a 2nd head slam. Have you seen how strong this attack is, man? After you defeat the wave, use the Mother of Stones to build up your focus meter, so that you can use the charge attack on the minions again. These 2 spins are always followed by a head slam. I waited to get a 2-for-1 special on this one. When they crouch down like this, they will jump at you. Watch out for this dive, heavy damage, after is a good time to counter though. This jump attack is always followed by a 2nd rollover. Spirit will get you if you're in front, so either get behind or just back up. Remember, try and keep both enemies in sight, or you might almost get caught with a shot like me. This was a cool fight, how the actual boss wasn't fighting. I enjoyed this one. I then had to fight this weird blood goblin thing. Just before this fight, I gained the ability of the Pluck of Many. This is where the majority of my skill points went after this fight. Watch out for when he sprays blood with his staff. Stay out of the blood puddles to avoid poison. I know it's hard to see because of the tree, but when he swings his arm, only dodge once. He also sprays blood further back to poison you if you do more dodges. When he crouches down and glows red, back off. This is the signal of a long range area attack. These 2 swings are followed by a 3rd breath out of blood. That was a weird sentence to say. When he rises his staff, he is about to start shooting blood at you. Just before we go into the last fight, I just want to give you an extra tip. As you can see, I'm neglecting this button. This is for your transformation spell. While in this mode, you do not take damage to your health, and it's a real lifesaver. Hit the target to build focus again in the bottom right, and then dodge and very quickly attack to do heavy damage. Okay, back to the fight. Right, so this absolute vermin is the yellow wind sage, and when I tell you I was stuck on this boss, I mean it took 45 minutes to learn his moves, so let's go through some of them now. Always dodge this first swing, and then he'll jump to you. When the trident glows, he will strike, then follow with a stomp, and finally a swipe. When he swings his trident around, making it more windy, he will finish by slamming down the trident, causing more to come out of the floor in a straight line. When he slams his trident into the sound, it will do the same. Dodge early, watch out for the stomp. This swing is always followed by a noggin. When he stomps his foot down and swings his trident around and makes this wind, that will get you sucked into the air and take damage if you don't get out of range, so stay back. When he backs up and vanishes, he will always run in and scoop tridents from the ground first, wait for his hand to be in the ground, and then he gives a 2-swing combo. Do a jump over backslash of wind on the next jump, then he will jump back doing a vertical slash. Watch out for the stomp. This kick of sand is often followed with a stomp. When he slams his orb and trident into the ground, he is doing a ranged attack, so get out the way. Look out for this kick and slam down. It has its own cutscene and it hits so hard. When he spears his trident into the ground and spins his arms, he is making 2 or 3 hurricanes that move around the area. Look out when this happens, like he wasn't difficult enough. But good news, you're in the final stage. Swipe combo is always swing diagonally, swing horizontal, and then vertical to finish. You don't know how hard that was to say. He will jump into the air and throw his spear at you. Dodge this, but stay near the spear as the rat runs to it. When he does this, you can't dodge, you need to jump unless you get a perfect dodge. He does 3 swipes here before backing away. I misread his move on this one, but used the charger special to dodge out of the way. Lucky shot, I reckon, that this saved the run. Be careful, because now he will do a combo as soon as he gets to the trident. So this was the moment I discovered how this move could save me in tight situations. And it was my very first use. I discovered how OP that he was. Once he stopped jumping around everywhere, I just did a couple of combos. Hit a dodge with a heavy attack, like really quickly together, and then I just did that. I got caught in these wins so many times. It's alright. This was all off that winning run that I just did. It doesn't ruin your run. It does like a tiniest bit of damage. It's just annoying, but don't let it slow you down. As soon as you land, probably dodge, and you'll get out of the way easily. Hope you enjoyed this collab and my failed attempts, but got there in the end. While I was watching this back, I felt like there was moves in the death runs that I didn't get to cover in the actual video because it wasn't one of my good runs, but if you feel like it would be beneficial to put it in the video, that would be good. Like, what the hell is that? A big centipede monster? Just headbutts us? What am I supposed to do against that? But, who knows? What do you think? Enjoy this video compilation, or just choose one of my other videos to watch.